How did that feel?
Felt great. Honestly, I've been through a lot in my life. I had a lot of big wins. I've had a lot of upsets and or devastating losses, but that's probably one of the better moments in my life, just because I was in such a dark hole, went through so much to get to this point, a year and a half layoff, being broke, you know what I mean, trying to figure out things, and it feels good, man. I've been really happy this week, and it showed. I had fun tonight, or today.
Can you expand on like just how in the dark place you were at?
Yeah, just you know, when you're almost at the top or at the top and almost there, and then you're just reduced to nothing. I mean, it feels terrible. You know, it feels like shit, especially being an athlete. You know, we're all considered alpha males, and you know, we're like the best of the best, and then you sit back and realizing you're not the best of the best. You just lost 4 in a row. You know, something's going wrong, and you end up being alone because, you know, your phone's not ringing as much. You know, you're not hanging out with people. People are kind of turning their backs to you, which is a good thing at this point. You know, all the hangers on and just fall off themselves. So now you have time to focus on yourself and what you do. But it's great. You know what I mean? Like I said, being broke, trying to figure out, you know, which way to go in life. And do I really still want to fight? And fuck yeah, I still want to fight. You know, like I'm not giving this up. You know, so it's incredible to get out of that hole.
I mean, it's only been like 20 minutes since your fight, but how do you feel about that performance?
Yeah, I felt good about the performance, really good. I got hit with a few things in the first round. You know, I didn't really want to dwell on his age and, you know, him being 38 and, you know, having a tough weight cut that I saw yesterday. And, you know, he surprised me in the first round. You know, he was a lot stronger than I expected, and he's game, you know what I mean? So I definitely respect him in that. And, you know, it was a good fight. It was a great fight for me.
That first round, were you hurt?
Nah. I wasn't hurt anywhere in it. My eyes might have rolled a little bit, you know, off of something, but no, nothing hurt, nothing too serious. Just caught me off balance a little bit, but you know, the main focus this week was to stay composed, take our time, and find our shots.
The long layoff, I know you wanted to return a little bit earlier last year, but I mean, in hindsight, was it a good layoff?
The beginning was terrible, you know, the beginning part. But you know, once I got healthy enough to finally train and to, you know, get back involved and, you know, get back with my team at Sanford and have those guys push me and, you know, be back with my original guys, it was great. You know what I mean? So it was definitely well worth it. I had a lot of time to work. I got back with my, you know, my great strength and conditioning coach down there, and you know, I was up 6 o'clock in the morning, working out, putting in great work, and you know, it shows. And I know what I need to do now to continue to be successful.
How did it feel to be back with Sanford MMA?
It feels great, man. I love those guys over there. I just had to take a little time and get out of Florida, you know, get my head right, and you know, it's great to be back home, pretty much. And sky's the limit now.
Last thing about the fight, did you feel like you were fighting for your job?
I felt like I was fighting for my life. Like, forget the job, you know what I mean? Like, you know, I need to make ends meet, you know what I mean? You know, I need to be successful. You know, this is where I get my main paycheck. This is where, I take care of myself and I can help my family and, you know, get through hard times. You know, I definitely needed this. I definitely needed to get back on track, to get a little bit of weight off my shoulders. And I wasn't going to be satisfied with a decision win. You know, I needed to go out there and I needed to put a statement win on to show and prove to everybody in the UFC that, hey, I still got it. I'm not going anywhere. You know, I'm 35 and I'm just getting better.
You think you're a shoe-in for a performance of the night check?
I hope. I need that 5-0. You know what I mean? I haven't been watching, but I haven't seen any knockouts or heard any loud screams. So I think we're looking good so far.
Finally, from you said that you want to get on that International Fight Week fight card. are there any names? I mean, you've basically fought everybody in the UFC, so is there anyone that kind of sticks out to you?
I know who's left for me to fight. Do I need to fight one of these young guns coming up? That's got a lot of hype around them or something like that. No names. I just want to stay busy, stay focused, stay climbing, get to where Dustin Poirier is, and Justin Gaethje is. Get back to where the guys that I fought and won or fought and barely lost, where these guys are going. I need to get back up to their level to make myself feel comfortable and where I need to be.
Congrats.
Thank you.
Michael over here on the other side. That combination that dropped him, that looks pretty similar to the one that put Dustin Poirier away back in the day. Is that a combination you just drill, or is that just something you're just in there and you're just throwing and it connects?
We drill it day in, day out. That's me and Henry Who's favorite combination. Like you said, it worked great with Dustin. And it's weird because I don't even remember the combination. That's how much we throw it. That's how much we drill it in practice. It's one of my best ones. And, I throw 4 punches because if I miss the first 2, hopefully the last 2 are going to land. And, it's going to work out for me.
Well, mate, when you say about you want to get back to that level against those guys like Gaethje and stuff like that, do you look at names like Oliveira or Bisping, guys who had a rough patch and then they managed to get to the top in the end? Do you look at them for motivation, or do you find motivation in the gym? Like, as you're a guy, you're in that dark place, what actually do you look at and go, okay, this is what's going to get me back to where I need to be?
Yeah, absolutely. I look at those guys. Bisping's a huge inspiration from him making that run, getting that title at the age he is. Oliveira's just, you don't even have to, ask it. Like, from what he did and where he came from and his rough patch in career, and it's crazy. But one guy I really look at is Glover and what he does at his age. He's a champion. He's one of the toughest guys in his division, and a great fighter at that age. If he can do it and continue to be successful, there's no reason I can't.
Thanks, man.
Michael, can you talk a little bit about that mentality? Just elaborate on it a little bit more when you're in that place. 3.5 years without getting your hand raised for a guy like you.
Fuck, it's been that long?
Yeah,
damn.
That's a long time. So to stay focused and to keep your confidence in a sport where so much of it is mental. Can you talk more about that process, what it was like for you and what you did to get through that?
Yeah, you said it, process. Get back to the process, get back to enjoying yourself. And believing in myself. That's what I had to do. I had to take a step back and really realize and remember that, hey, I am this good. I can compete at the top level. I have championship mentality in me. I just need to get it back out and get back to the basics. I got overconfident a lot, and that's what was killing me in my last 4 fights. And I just got to stay humble, stay grounded, and just keep this train going.
Long time in between fights, but not much time in there, right? So the winning is done beforehand, right? So it was an adjustment that you made in camp or before a camp or something mentally that just clicked for you this time differently, or what was it?
Yeah, it was in camp. I just went back to having fun, not taking it too seriously, if that makes sense. I do my best when I'm having fun. I think we all do our best when we're having fun in our job. This is the happiest I've been during a fight week because I was away from it for so long, thinking, hey, man, am I ever going to get to fight? Like, God, it's so long. Like, come on. And now I finally get it, and just happy to be in there and be performing.
Thank you, man. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
So much of this sport is based upon confidence. You said you came in here feeling happy. If you're at that dark spot, when did it switch? When did it become that you were energized for this, that you felt confident that you could get back in there? Was it right when they gave you the fight, or was it at a point in camp where you're just like, I'm enjoying myself again, where you let go? At what point did you feel that the dark hole was behind you and that you were happy to be moving forward again?
Yeah, right when I was able to start back training, right when I was healthy enough. 3 surgeries back to back is tough. My ankle, my neck, my knee. I couldn't train or perform the way I wanted to. Now I can. Now I can perform at the highest level that I need to be at. Now I can train at the highest level that I need to be at. And getting this fight done, now I'm out of this dark hole. Now I can see the light, and now I can get back to being the best Michael Johnson I can be.
And a lot of times we see fighters like yourself after they've kind of came out of those dark holes. Were there others that helped pull you out of that? Was it faith? Was it family? Was it sports psychologist? Or was it just something inside of you that you made a decision? You said, I can move forward now.
Yeah, myself, my family, my teammates, my coaches, everything, when people kind of turn their back on you, you're like, oh man, really? Like, I thought we were better than that. I thought we were cooler than that. Okay, well then that's fine. You walk over there. But then once you realize how much love and support that you have behind you, that's what makes you happy. And it's like, okay, well, these people are on my side. They're here helping me. They want to see me succeed. You don't want to let them down. You don't want to let yourself down. And, that helps you a lot. It pushes you in there more to not give up and sloppy takedown and to keep moving your feet and to listen to your corners because, we've been doing it for so long.
And just like the last question or so, initially afterwards, you didn't want to talk to the post-fight in the cage. Was that part of just dealing with emotion, or is it part of did you almost feel like people didn't talk to you for a while when you weren't in the cage, that now you're like, oh, now you want to ask me questions because I'm winning? Was that what was initially sort of going on in that moment?
Yeah, it's a little bit of that. I'm like, oh, nobody wants to talk to me, so I don't want to talk to you guys now. It's like, you don't need to be in my face happy for me now, because, we didn't have that. But that still is like a kind of like a bittersweet, like a salty type thing. I don't want to come off that way. It was more of, I feel that a lot of people are grabbing the mics and they're becoming clowns. Like they're making a circus out of the show. They're getting the mics and just running their mouths, not making any sense. And, I just don't want to fall down that line. I came in to do business. My performance speaks for itself. And, I don't need to speak as much as I need to. Everybody saw what I'm capable of, and I'm going to continue to do that.
I'm certainly glad you got on the mic. You've always been a great, fun guy to listen to and watch. I guess final question for me. You did seem to have words for somebody outside the cage after you were going around. I couldn't quite tell if you're just like, your boy's back or something. I couldn't understand what you're saying, but what were you saying at that point, and who were you saying it to?
Yeah, I was looking for the head guys in the UFC. I didn't see Mick out there. I didn't see Sean or Hunter. I don't know. I might have missed them, but I just want them to know that, I'm back. I'm not going anywhere. Those 4 fights are behind me. I'm 1-0 in my mind, and I'm going to continue to climb and do what I need to do to continue to be successful. I think a lot of people have overlooked me. A lot of people don't realize what I've done in this sport, who I've fought, who I've shared that cage with, and what they've done after I fought them. I mean, Tony Ferguson went on to win 20 fights in a row after I beat him. Dustin Poirier went on to become a champion, a dominant champion after I knocked him out. And to see them succeed just makes me want to push harder.
That's awesome. Well, I was glad to have you back, man.
Thank you. Good to be back.
Hey, Michael, just one follow-up. You posted last year that you were dropping the Menace nickname. Why was that?
Yeah, it was just because I wanted to, get back to myself and my roots. But I did bring it back, and they didn't say it. So I was like, okay. I was about to tell Bruce, no, it's the Menace now. I'm back. You know what I mean? But I just let it go. We'll make sure to get it done the right time this next time.
So it is Michael Menace Johnson.
Yeah, it is Michael Menace Johnson until I retire, which might be 10 years. Who knows?
Did you delete your Instagram at one point too?
No, I got hacked. Yeah, I got hacked, man. They jumped into my account and they just went crazy with it. But, we got it back.
What was the damage, or were they just acting a fool on it?
Yeah, they were just sending off Bitcoin and get rich quick schemes. And this guy just deposited this. And, some guy even wrote on my Instagram damn, you're not really you're that broke where you're falling for these links. And I'm like, yeah, motherfucker, it's tough. I thought I was going to get some money and I got set up, he was really believable. But no, we got it back. And, I don't need those links anymore.
Did anyone fall for it? Did they think it was you and actually send money?
Close. I did have somebody that said they were almost close to sending money to the guy. Yeah, so glad they didn't, man. But these assholes, get a job, why don't you? All right, perfect. Thank you, guys.